Time to get to the people, time to get to this knowledge. Like a nail with a hammer, or a nail with a polish. We straight to the point as we get under these layers. Let Julius Hammond get your wealth up in the air. It's not how you get the money, but how you gon' keep it. He deodorizing your brain to uncover the secrets. So in order to peep it, you gotta make sure you listen. Every line to get you hooked for financially fishing. And accomplish the mission of being set for life. Hitting all of your goals, not once but twice. The same way a doctor learns going to health camp. You can listen to this and become a wealth champ. Wealth champ.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Wealth Champs Podcast. I have a beautiful I have a beautiful guest. I am the host. I have a beautiful guest that I'm about to get ready to interview. But before I introduce who she is, I want you guys to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so you can get all updates on all the guests that I got coming up. And I got some fire guests coming up for you guys. So you guys keep on supporting. Also, go to wearwealthchamps.com and cop the merch. I don't have anything with me right now, but I got hats, got T-shirts. We're working on shorts. We're working on a few other merchandise. So make sure you guys keep supporting with that. Last thing, I want you guys to hit up that super chat. Support, especially her people. So you guys can, support the channel, and we can help more people become wealthy in all different stages of life. Okay. Now, before I introduce who my guest is, she's an R&B singer. She has this a company called Berry Goods LLC, where she has a cleaning service. She has a food service, and she gives back to women's empowerment. She has 2 kids, and she's just doing her thing. So I want you guys to check out this 45-second video and let her know, and she can show you what she got going on before I start interviewing her.
Yeah.
We can take it slow. Nice and slow.
I've been searching for my boo babe high and low. Feeling like a dope fiend off the blow. I just wanna grab mine and go. Swing through a crib and take it nice and slow. Nice and slow.
Nice and slow.
Nice and slow.
Nice and slow.
I've been searching for my boo babe high and low. Feeling like a dope fiend off the flow. I just wanna grab mine and go. Swing through a crib and take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wealth Champs Podcast, Miss Chakalatay Berry. How you doing, Miss Berry?
Hey, I'm doing well. How are you?
Oh man, I'm doing good. I'm blessed and highly favored. You look so. I see it. You got the rag on. You comfortable, man. That's how you supposed to be. I love it.
Yeah, I try to be as organic as I can.
There you go.
You know, I like to, just be myself. That's about it.
There you go. I wouldn't ask for anything more. So, Ms. Berry, I kind of gave our audience here a little rundown about what you got going on, business and things like that. But before we touch on the business aspect of your life, tell we're here at Wealth Champs. I'm all about stories. Stories really bring people in. People resonate with stories. So, what's Miss Chakalatay Berry's story?
My government name is Chakalatay Berry,
Okay.
which my mother didn't have really a good reason for naming me that. I was teased younger in my years, but as I grew mature and everything, it kind of made sense, of why my name was created.
Okay.
I try to keep myself focused in the word and to help anybody that I can. I don't have much, but my heart and what God wants for me and my call, and I try to just be an open person that helps.
Mm-hmm.
But I am an entrepreneur, a mother of 2 boys. I do have multiple businesses, and one, which is Berry Goods Corporation. I have my 9 to 5. I work with the elderly people. Like I said, I just like to, sow the seed where I can, where I know that there is help needed. I'm doing my music, singing, doing all genres. actually,
Okay.
not just R&B. I started as a gospel singer. I am a church lady. And this year I, just took a step back from, not even from the church, but just into, some more worldly things. And what I mean by that, I know we don't like to, be into worldly things, but I just wanted to see a life outside of church.
Yeah.
And I just stepped out on faith, and I just started creating whatever came to, my mind, my heart in those moments. And no matter what I came up with, people gravitated towards me no matter what songs I did, no matter what genre. So that showed me my calling. That showed me that I had a healing, calling as a healer. I uplift people, and people get, better off just my presence. So I'm a all-time, a serial entrepreneur, should I say. I'm not where I need to be, but my goal is just touching every aspect in life that can help, bring more to us as people.
Yeah. Wow. You said a lot there. I want to unpack some things. So you said you started in the church. Now, I'm a former in music ministry. I'm a former drummer. So yeah, I still drum, but I haven't done it in a long time. But I started drumming, and I was drumming ever since I was like 6 or 7 years old. So, what made you like want to venture off from church? Because that's a big step to go from in the church, and you know how Christian folk are. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah,
It's like, hold on, you want to go do secular music? Like, I don't know
right.
about that. Sister, you tripping, So how was that to be able to step out on faith and go against the grain, knowing that you might be, I don't even know if you had any pushback. Maybe you had support. But, just let the audience know a little bit about that in case somebody's trying to do that right now as we speak.
So when I was 2 years old, my grandparents took me to go see, a gospel concert, Donnie McClurkin and all
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and man, once I left the concert, they said I was humming and stuff like that, and I was like, like as a young kid, like dang, like I'm into music. So once I got a little older, people started hearing me singing. They used to say, "Ask Chaka 'cause she sang at my wedding, my party." Ask Chaka 'cause she sang at the funeral. So at a younger age, I was doing homegoing services,
Wow.
which I still do now. I've been doing it for decades, singing at people, singing over people, which gave me my calling.
Wow. Yeah. Doing homegrown services, man.
But
Unfortunately,
just
I'd have been.
being there, yeah, but just being like in the church all the time, I wanted to get out. I felt like I was missing something. I feel like church is not only in the building, and I felt like I'm not a judgmental person, but a lot of the church folk was doing worse than the people that wasn't in the church.
Please say that again. Please
And
say that again. People,
a lot of
yes.
the church that
Yes.
were and still are in the church system, business, whatever it is,
Yeah.
do worse than the people outside the church.
Yeah.
So when I felt like people were being disobedient and was pushing on me and tugging on me to go a certain type of way, and when it was on them, no matter their title, they could do whatever they wanted. So I was like, I don't think that this is God, telling me to do this. So I kept getting church hurt. I kept constantly getting church hurt. Anything I did, if I smiled too hard, somebody said something hurtful to me. If it was something that I wore that got too much attention, it was something hurtful that was said to me. So this last time, one of my pastors told me that when they prayed over me, they baby died. So I left the church. And I said, I'm tired of getting church hurt. I've never experienced going to a church back again for the first time and asking for prayer and something that happened to somebody like that. So when it all boils down, I stayed the course. I usually just go right ahead and leave.
Yeah.
But that particular time, I stayed the course for a couple of more weeks. And God unraveled what it really was. And what it really was is that pastor was insecure within. Everything that pastor was going through, my brightness distracted it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, let me tear her down. So I said, God, I'm not finna stay in no church no more and get towed down. No, I'm about to leave. I'm finna find something different, or I'm gonna find another church, which I do. I found another church, and I'm just surfacing all churches around Chicago to see what it really is, and why do I need to be invested inside and stuck in a church and not serving the people outside of the church.
There you go.
And that was my thing. I said, okay, I done served the people. It's only about 5 people in here. Why ain't nobody in the church no more? Why is the churches open? I mean, the churches closes and the liquor stores open. I just didn't get it. So I left. I said, let me try something different. And I did what I love. I came up with it, and it was out there. I recorded, everything that I wanted to do, secular, whatever people call it. Because it's different sides to everything that's titled. I'm not well with titles. You can't tell me that you're a pastor and you hurting me when I'm supposed to get help from the church.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So I just didn't see fit in being stuck in a big room with 5 people, and I'm not doing nothing. I'm not even singing, really. Because every time I sing in the choir, that pastor is mugging me the whole time I'm singing. So I'm like, dang, do y'all want me to be here? I don't want to feel hurt for sharing my gift. I feel hurt, God. That pastor was finna preach, and God told me, get up, get out in the church. If you can't find no another one, find you something else to do, but get out.
Wow.
I'm doing what I do now. I'm spreading my wings for the first time in my life. This is the first time that I've ever felt safe in doing what I'm doing now. Whether it's secular to others, it's anointed. It's God. It got God in it.
It's touching somebody.
You know what I'm saying? God is in everything. You can't just call something gospel and say that God is just only in that.
Yeah.
That's impossible, because I have multiple people to serve, not just the people in the church.
Wow.
So when I figured that out, it lifted a burden off my life. And it didn't make me feel like I wasted my time in church. It just showed me that, you got a time and a space for everything, and it's a lesson, a blessing, and everything. And it was my time. 32 years till now. When I tell you I've been in every church, I've sung in every church in my hometown. If it wasn't me singing and worshiping and praising, it was me singing over somebody's dead body and healing their family members. Where do that leave me? In a world full of people that feel like I think I'm all that, when really I got a lot on my load, that I need help with. Yeah. So when I'm bumping to things and people of low standards or low vibrational thinking, they feel like I'm a threat instead of, dang, God bless me with something, with somebody.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to do something different, bring unity and togetherness. I feel like it felt so good when I was able to uplift people in my lowest moments. Yeah. And that's what pushed me. Like, dang, I'm still down, and I'm able to make somebody else's day, make somebody else's life, creating a new way to where people can feel what I'm singing and can really take heed to it and support me and to push me and invest in me. That's God. That tells me in every way to keep going, not to fall down, not to get discouraged, not to doubt myself. What made me get into them moments was people that I felt loved me. People that I felt wanted the best for me. It don't matter where you at. It don't matter what titles you have. I want realness, organic. I don't care what a person can do for me. I want to see how they can move me. Like how they could change life for me, how I could change life for them. So I just think differently, when it comes to, my lifestyle, my troubles, stuff that's still buried in me that I haven't spilled until I got on here. There you go. So it's just different, and it takes it takes a particular person, a particular energy, to really get people to them points. And I think that I'm the best that I ever could be. Like,
I love the confidence.
I'm the best that I ever was. Like, people see me and see, oh, she ain't really got nothing. How she keep smiling like that? Man, if y'all know where God brought me from.
For real.
Man, y'all will be smiling too.
I have an old saying that my grandmother taught me. She said, learn from the past, prepare for the future, but be present in the moment. And I think a lot of people, I know a lot of people forget to be present in the moment and to learn from their past. You know, we always thinking about future, and that's cool, but we don't know if we're going to be here tomorrow. And another thing she taught
That
me is
part.
that, hey, when you get up the next morning, it doesn't even matter what happened yesterday, because now yesterday is considered the past. So you were able to get up this morning. You were able to breathe. You're able to see. You're able to smell. You're able to think. You still have all your senses for the most part, or whatever. Even if you get older and things start happening, you still have what God or naturally gave you. So we forget that, because the life is lifing, and we got things that we got going on. We forget to just take a breather and just be grateful. Law of gratitude. Just be grateful for things
Yes.
that's going on. And
Yes.
hearing your story, sister. Oh my God, Queen, you sound just like how I sound every day when I'm
Man.
mentoring and when I'm teaching people. It's awesome, awesome. Uh,
And
Go
I'm
ahead.
blessed. I'm blessed for everything because I used to, like, when I was a little younger than this, I used to be like, these people did this to me. That was my family, but I had to tap into self and say, that's me. I went over there and gave them all my money. That's me. I still went over there and they ain't even invite me.
Yeah.
That's me. I still celebrated them when they weren't celebrating me. You
Wow.
know what I'm saying? It's a
Yeah.
lesson learned, and it's a beautiful thing because I would have been somewhere else if I didn't and recognize me.
Yeah.
The beauty of life is recognizing self and what you can do for self because I don't have to even feed nobody in money, time, none of that. Only thing I have to do is be me,
There you
be
go.
genuine, stay smiling, stay grateful for just life, and that's where I'm at. I am in love with my now, no matter what it is, because I know where I've come from and I know where I'm going.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's talk about a little bit where you came from. So, I was reading your bio a little bit, and now I'm kind of familiar with it because I know some people in Chicago, but I'm not too familiar. So I want to talk to someone who's lived it. So how was it growing up in Harold Ike's projects in Chicago? People, this is tough town, tough city, and tough projects over there.
So Harold Ickes,
Here, Icky. Okay, I'm
um,
sorry. Yeah.
no, no problem at all. I just want to, let you know. So it was actually amazing, should I
Okay.
say. We had the type of project that it was togetherness. We had a big blue court, and it was so big that plenty of people can fit in there. And we would have these tournaments and stuff every Sunday. My uncle, old school Roy, which he just passed away, he would throw them. He put them together. He was doing them for years, about 40 years.
Okay.
And it was amazing because it showed me togetherness and unity. Anytime you go on a project and they start shooting, you don't know what's happening, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what's finna happen. You just get the scattering. And the Harold Ickeys, they called our parents and said, we about to shoot it up. Let it go in the house,
Oh, they
right?
let y'all give y'all heads up.
Yes.
Wow.
When I tell you our projects was empty when it came to shoot, we were a family.
Wow.
Once we moved out the projects, life changed. I loved where I'm from. We lived a regular life like a lot of other people. You know what I'm saying? Jump rope, you know what I'm saying? The fire hydrants, water, the centers, we had the after school matter jobs. Everything was intact
Okay.
because we were all in unity. We even let other projects come and celebrate with us. We threw tournaments and we went against each other in basketball, everything. We really lived the dream in that moment. I was from other projects as well.
Okay.
And that was tough. My mother had got in trouble and I had to live other places, like everywhere.
Okay.
My parents, my grandparents, they abused the drugs and stuff like that. But my auntie, she made us eat out of big pans of pots, and it was dried beans. And I'm like, I don't think people eat beans every day. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
different. It's different parts of that lifestyle that we lived in the projects. But my ultimate, where I'm from, we live the dream. We had heads up on everything. You know, we were rich in the projects.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Rent wasn't that much. You hustled. You know, y'all did y'all stuff in them times. So if we lived in a low income apartment, stuff like that, we was rich. So we lived that dream. We lived that dream that I wish I would go back to. I know people don't think of it as, oh, you going back, the low income, less of. It wasn't that. It was what moved us. It was what brought us together, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what made me want to fight for togetherness and fight for unity, because I've always had it.
Yeah, and it's funny that you say that, because majority of the time, especially when you hear rappers, athletes, things like that, they make it, they get out the hood. They're like, man, the hood was hard. You know, we were suffering. We were eating, ramen noodles with the roaches and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you usually
It's a
get that
man
story,
thing.
but to hear what you're
Yeah, it's
saying,
a
like,
man thing.
man, like it was good when we were in the projects. That's not too often.
Yes, I mean that, and I can send you a list of everybody who feel the same way,
Wow.
even people who wasn't even from our project. And that's why I fight. So that's why I know it's possible, because it happened before. When I tell you, if we in danger, look, they ain't shooting until they see every lane clear.
Wow.
You hear me?
Wow.
That was magic.
Wow.
That was living a dream.
Yeah. They gave you a
My
heads up.
all my uncles was DJs. All my uncles was DJs. All my uncles had studios. All that. It was in me. I was born into it. You know, the money, all that. The designer. You see all the stuff they wearing. I've been wearing that as a kid. You know, so I always lived the dream. It was when I got grown, is when I had to see, like, nah, you can't live that life no more. You
Yeah.
gotta balance. You gotta set boundaries. You gotta do something different. You taking care of 2 kids on your own. You gotta do something different. You do shows. You gotta pay for all your wardrobe. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay.
Wow.
So once I figured out, like, I have to pay for everything and stuff ain't gonna always go as planned, I just started living the dream, walking on feathers, like, and calmness, you know?
Yeah.
And try to spread that seed.
Wow. Let's segue into that, because you mentioned it. You mentioned your 2 kids and wardrobes and everything. So there's a few pictures I want my engineer that he's going to put up here in a second. So while he's going through the pictures, I want to talk to you about it. So a lot of these pictures are well, for sure the church is not going to be happy about this if they saw these pictures. But they got a picture with you and your 2 kids, man. Talk about that. It's a picture with you in the black, and you got your 2 kids with the beanies on. Man, what's these 2 boys named, these handsome kings right here?
Jameer, who is 10, and Chase, he's 6.
Okay.
I love them kids so much, and they are a big reason why I want to make it, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like the only thing I struggle with is just wanting a comfortable space for us.
Yeah.
Like, I make my home comfortable, but it's just as kids, it's harder. You know, they want more things. They see more that I can't give them.
Yeah.
You know, and they saw my struggles, you know. They saw me in my lowest moments, you know. My oldest, which is 10, when he was younger, a TV and a dresser fell on him. They told him he could have been gone, you know, but through the grace of God, the hospital allowed 100 of my family members to come in there and pray. And he made it. We was in a hospital for a whole month.
How old was he
You know,
when
I
that
had
happened?
He was about 3.
Oh, yeah.
He was about 3 or 4. And what happened was my grandparents abused drugs. And my grandparent, he was coming in there to fix our TV for us, because I moved in with them because they were sick. So like I told you, I've been taking care of the elderly all my life. So I was taking care of them, and he came to fix the TV or whatever for us. And once he left, the TV and the dresser fell on top of my baby.
Wow.
He was sitting down playing, and I was just like, and once I couldn't even touch him. He was just stuck, and I was just like, man, I was froze, and it just turned my whole world around, and it made me feel like love on my kids more, because it's like, man, I don't want to miss out on them feeling loved. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm real sensitive about my kids. My oldest son, his dad is in and out. He wants relationships with me, and he's a married man. The second one, he just don't want them.
Oh wow.
He feel as though if he can't have me, he don't want them. And they playing a role as young men as if they can't have me, they don't want the children. So they said that years ago, and they stood on it. So I don't complain. I don't bash them. I don't call them for anything. I just let it play its course. I love on my kids. I love on them much more, just because of what they missing out on. And my younger son, he asks me every day, like, I want my dad, and I just tell him, like, he's not here. I don't, he's not around.
And he doesn't want
I
anything to
don't
do
really,
with the kid.
no.
Yeah, we got to break that
And
cycle.
that's
We
how
got we got to
life
do better,
is,
guys. We got to do better, people. I'm
Yeah.
talking if they.
He just don't want him. I don't bash him or nothing.
Yeah,
I let him go.
yeah. Wow.
But it's hard. Mentally for me, it's extremely hard. Trying to focus on making sure I make ends meet, get them what they want. And sometimes as parents, we try to get them more just to, you know, ease their pain, from asking from their dad and stuff like that. So I ain't gonna lie, I'm guilty of that. Giving them more just to shut them up for the moment when it comes to them asking for their dad and needing more, you know? So
Do you see like them playing sports or something? Do they have any gifts in that way or anything?
yeah, they like to play football and
That's my
basketball.
sport.
They
Yeah,
also they
football's
like
my
to sing
football and
sometimes.
boxing. Yep. Hmm.
Yeah. They like to sing. My brother let them record some little tracks and stuff.
Oh, so they
So
feel
they
big,
singing
huh?
and stuff. I let them, yeah,
Yeah.
I let them have like studio parties, like record and have some of their friends come over and stuff. Like sometimes, like just try to do some of the stuff that I do to teach them my side as well.
Okay. Okay. So we got some more pictures we're showing here. You got yeah, you got you with your friends right here. I think you were taking a picture. Got a guy throwing up something in the back,
So
but
basically,
yeah.
so basically, it's basically like it's basically like we build a community, and we came up with this project called Blood of the Shy, and
Okay.
it's an album, and we basically considered ourselves the blood of the shy. Basically, like we love music so much that it run through our blood.
Okay.
So we created an album, and it's on all platforms. If you guys will want to go look at it,
Yeah.
and it's basically like building community, building unity.
Okay. All right. And then you got this sea moss. Um, it's called Eva Berry infused sea moss. Now I'm a sea moss guy. I do sea moss every day before I even put anything in my body. I put 91 minerals of good minerals in my body. I take one scoop of sea moss and I just shove it down my throat. It's not always the best tasting, but
Right.
it does the trick. You know what I mean? Got me cut up pretty nice. So, um, tell me about your your sea moss, and then we can get into your Good Berries um, LLC.
Very
Berry
good.
Goods. I'm sorry, Berry Goods LLC. I
Um,
apologize.
so actually, that product that sea moss is Miss Eve. Your friend who hooked us
Mm-hmm.
up, Eva Berry. That's her product. And how we met, I'm gonna just say she saw me on social media singing some gospel, and we kind of touch bases like that. She loved what I do. She saw me as a healing to her in the world, and she was like, "I got this product. Our names are the same, the product and your name, Barry." So I'm like, "Wow, I would love to try it." Which I tried sea moss before, but it really helped me with my health. So I actually love it, and I benefited from it 100%. So I wanted to post that so that I can promote her, and so that she can get more business. Also, so that the women can help with bloating. It's a lot of us women. Our stomachs are so big, our backs are so big, and it is the foods. But what helps it is the sea moss, and it has helped me lose weight, get my man right, keep me from being stagnant and stuff like that. It helped me with a lot, and health wise, health is wealth.
Yes.
So I wanted to plant that seed to let people know that this is something that changed my life.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because Wealth Champs is based on five components, and health is one of the main components that I love to focus on. And the reason why I'm a big component of that is because I lost over about 6 or 7 years. I've lost 5 or 6 different family members, including my mother and father, to health complication. My mother had cardiac arrest back in 18. And her birthday was actually just April 18th, this past 18th. That she would have been 65 years old. And then my dad passed away from prostate cancer. Now, I wasn't as big as in health as I am now, as far as knowledgeable on what's going on and how, with elderberries and, all the good moringa and all that stuff that you're supposed to be taking and putting in your body, the natural stuff, compared to the artificial crap and bullshit that we're eating right now, to be honest, that the government is doing for us. I won't get into that. But I'm a big proponent of health, and so to hear you say that lets me know that not only you're on the right track mentally, but you're on the right track spiritually, because health is a spiritual component too. You have to really dig into your health spiritually. Yeah.
Yes. I was in a real dark place, and it was my health, and that's why I posted that sea moss, because something so small could change your life.
Yeah.
And I was like, dang, why I'm always tired? Why I can't never make it to my shows, or why I keep canceling, or why am I just like this? Why do I have this nonchalant spirit? Like I'm good without. You know what I'm saying? How am I pushing myself, but I'm good without? And I was just like, what is going on? I prayed, did everything, and it was my health. It was the fact that I was putting the wrong things and eating the wrong things, and I was feeding myself mentally wrong. So once I got in touch with her and started taking the sea moss, life has changed. And just like you said, I've had a lot of people that had health problems too that died. My grandfather passed from COVID.
Wow, sorry about that.
So it's just like, thank you so much. So it's like, man, once you see it by experience, you kind of you got to change it.
And people don't understand, like, I was telling my wife this the other day. When you see someone, or if you know someone that passed away, especially if it's in your own family, you have a different feeling and a different energy toward life. Well, you should. I mean, it can go two ways. It can either fuel you to really like, okay, we ain't got as long as we think we got. Because when we young, we think we got, infinity. You know what I'm saying? Like, we going to live forever. Until someone passes away. When someone passes away, that's when we're like, damn, we hope to reach 70. And then anything after 70 is like an extra blessing after that. But when you start seeing people pass away, that's when life really hits you. Like, this is not no joke.
This ain't it.
Yeah.
Last month, I sung at this lady funeral. She was 109.
Wow.
And I said, God, I want to make it there. And that is life changing.
Yeah.
I sing for funerals. You think that I will be a certain way mentally. I am.
Yeah.
I want better. I'm tired of seeing people at their worst.
Yeah.
And seeing the most people when people are at their worst.
Yeah.
I don't. It's hard to see people, even weddings and stuff. Like now, people are getting married for financial situations, and
not for
just
real
because
reasons.
they're happy. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's financial because it's no weddings. It's just, let's go down here and we can just sign the paperwork. You know what I'm saying?
Let's go to Vegas and elope or whatever. Yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's changes really help your life.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny that you say that you sing at funerals and everything, and I hate the fact that I'm just going to talk to our people here. I can't talk about other communities, but I can definitely speak on our community. It seemed like we really only come together when there's a funeral. Like, that's when you see Uncle Ruckus or Auntie Brittany or whatever. You ain't never hear from them for the last 3 years, but let mama die or let somebody pass away. Now they come around. It's like, oh, baby. And guess what they say? They say the same thing over and over. I'm here for you if you need me.
Yeah.
But
and don't never be there.
But I ain't heard from you in 3 years. Maybe I just need to talk to you. Maybe I need a shoulder to cry on. But I'm busy. Okay, see you next funeral. That's usually what we do.
It's a cycle. This is a cycle, and it has been a cycle for
Yeah.
decades. And what I said to myself, I said, I'm not going to pray for people to change. I'm just going to change
There
me.
you go.
And whatever that takes me and whoever gravitates towards me and my energy and my life, that's what I'm rolling
There
with.
you go.
You know, because people will not change.
No.
And just that's why it takes a decade for people to love on you or feel sorry enough to apologize when people are at their lowest moments. Insane. And what I think about is a lot of people struggling.
Yeah.
So you only putting off what you really feel about self. So the person I am, I'm gonna say, "Oh, I understand you going through it." You know what I'm saying? Oh man, that's what I've been doing for years. I know you going through it, but dang, how much you gonna go through, and keep hurting me while you going through it? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I could keep forgiving you, cause I know what's going on. But now it's something when you trying to bring me down with you.
Yeah.
So it's a cycle of us just not loving on each other like we should.
Yeah.
People, I saw a man love an animal more than he loved me, and I did the most for him.
Wow. Yeah. There's a lot of people out
That
there that
scarred me.
I mean, listen,
That
I love
scarred
animals. I
me.
grew up with dogs. I mean from Rottweilers to German Shepherds to Cane Corsos to, Dobermans. I love all the breeds for the most part. German Shepherds, all that. But that's a dog.
But to love
That's an
them more.
animal. You know what I
Listen,
mean? Like,
I had to beg a guy to call me baby and bae,
wow.
but I could see him call his dog something.
Wow.
And I was like, man, I've been beating myself up for years,
Yeah.
and sometimes it's just a time and a place for everything.
Yeah.
And if I keep saying, oh, you gonna get better, you going through it, I'm gonna become them people.
Yeah.
I'm gonna become a part of it. And I was a part of everything. And in these moments, in this year, in this time, in this space, I'm totally
There
different.
you go.
I still can give off grace, but I'm able to tell a person, nope, I can't do it. No, I can't come. Nope, I won't be there. And I'm proud of myself. It might seem small to people, but all my life I've said,
Yes.
yeah, yes, sure. And guess what I was doing? Breaking me. I got to a point where I was with a person who allowed me to put a gun up to my head and told me to shoot myself. I allowed that
Wow.
to get that low. I had children. I didn't care about my children. I didn't care about my job. I didn't care about my family. I didn't care about who I was leaving behind. All I cared about is how I felt in those moments.
Yeah.
I've allowed people to get me as low as them. And the fact that you told me to pull the trigger, that showed me how you felt about self.
Yep. He didn't care about
And
himself,
I
or he
let
didn't care
people
about you for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
that scarred me, and I blamed myself because I let a lot of people do me like that. And I felt as though that I was pleasing God, but I was hurting myself. And it's not that I want to try to be like no boss of nobody. I just see fit. I see deeper.
Yeah.
I do homegoing services. You think that I'm not going to know what you feel?
Yeah.
And that's all I was trying to get across. Like, take me as what I show y'all. I don't think I'm all that. You think I'm all that. You see me as all that. That's just how I carry myself. I got a calm heart. It's practice. It's programmed. I've been singing at funerals since I was a little kid, 10 years old. I'm programmed to have a calm heart because that's my job. But when it's time for me to hurt, I'm getting pushed to the side as if I'm crazy or I'm going through it. Yes, I'm going through it. The only time I see y'all is when somebody is dead. Only time y'all showing me love is when I can do for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm programmed by a messed up system, and I'm just coming out of it.
Congratulations to that. I love your mind. I'm a ferocious reader, and so I read a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I read books on leadership, psychology, marketing, branding, a little bit of just anything that can, financial, anything to help me get to the next level. And one of the books that it's a lot of books, but there's a book by Jay Shetty that I would highly advise you to read or listen to if you listen to what's that thing? Audible. If you listen to Audible, it's called Think Like a
Yes.
Monk. The way the monks think, like monks are always calm, collected, no matter what's
Mhm.
going on. They're when the storm is happening, they're like okay, everything's gonna be fine. Just meditate. Just we're good. And so I'm a big proponent of praying
That's
and meditation.
me.
Yeah. Hmm.
That's me. And I think that that is my threat. The fact that no matter what's going on, I'm still able to have a
Yeah.
calm heart and say everything's
Yeah.
gonna be all right. And that's what people saw as a threat. The fact that I didn't cry with them when they was at their lowest. Instead, I
There you go.
lifted them up because I knew that I went through it or I was already going through it, and I didn't want it to be two of us. So I took more. I took the strength of us both, and I carried
Yeah.
a lot of people. And I'm not ashamed or I'm not mad at it. I just want those same people to see fit in their heart to
Yeah.
just give back.
Absolutely. Well, let's talk
That's
about
it.
the last thing we want to talk about here. Berry Goods LLC. You got the food service, you got the women's empowerment, you got the cleaning service. You do a lot. So let the audience know what is Berry Goods LLC, and what do you guys do exactly, so and how they can get a part of it or whatever.
So guys, I am
Okay.
relaunching. So it's not I'm focused on some different right now, but it's
Okay.
still in the works as far as paperwork and all that. Somebody actually has that name, so I have to change it, and I'm gonna change it to
Okay.
Chakalatay Berry, which is myself, my own brand, and it is a collective of several businesses in one. I just always feel like I wanted to be that the
Okay.
go-to person. Like if a person come over your house and it's like, do you
Yeah.
got a band-aid? Do you got a safety pin? Do you got this? I always wanted to have like be be
You're
like
multifaceted. Hmm.
ready. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying for it. So I created that. I love cleaning. I love cooking. Very good cleaners, very good foods. Everything has berry in it, so that's gonna stay the same. But as far as Berry Goods Corporation,
Okay.
that's gonna change. But everything as far as the food service, Berry Fit, like far as to work out and stuff like that. Berry Boys, which are my kids, their clothing line, and their brand. So it's basically everything that I do in one. You come to a store or to a warehouse and you can just get what you want, get whatever
Now,
you
let me
need.
ask you a question from one entrepreneur to another. I kind of give you a rundown a little bit about my entrepreneur journey. So, I started when I was 25 years old. I used to work with network marketing company. So, I've done insurance, I've done Amway, all that stuff, right? So, I used to do all that in network marketing. And then I ventured over to doing my own business, which was a credit repair business, Mega Credit Boost LLC, and then was actually Inc. now, but Mega Credit Boost Inc. And then exotic car rental
Hmm.
company. Then I do trading. I mentor a lot of young traders. I trade the futures market and things like that. And then I also help people get kind of build their wealth through insurance. I'm sorry, not insurance. Trust. There's some insurance in there too, but through trust accounts. So getting a trust, a living trust, a will, things like that. So I help a lot of families and individuals set up their trusts and how to operate and be private, because people don't understand when you are putting yourself out there in the public, you putting your social out and all that stuff. That's how the government and everybody's tracking you. So in order to keep yourself private, you got to operate through trust. That's what the big boys do. The Trumps, the
Right.
everybody, right? The big the elite of the elite, they operate through trust. So that's why they're able
Yes.
to um, I want to say bypass, but they're able to avoid taxes. That's legal. You can avoid taxes. That's legal. What do you call it? Avoid, but what's the other word? You can't evade. That's the word. You can't evade taxes. That's illegal. But you can avoid taxes. So you do that through entities
Right.
like private entities and trusts and stuff like that. So that's what I'll be doing. But not to kind of brag on me, but I love what you're doing because
Yeah, please
you
brag
are
on me.
multifaceted of what you're doing. What made you want to be where you have a cleaning service, you have a empowering group, you have women's empowering group, you have a food service, you got your kids clothing store that you're launching, you got the remake and the restructuring of Berry Chakalatay Berry Inc. or whatever. what made you want to do all of that instead of concentrating on one or two things? Because the reason why I'm asking is because a jack of all trades, you're a master of none. That's the saying. But it seemed like you've mastered a lot. And so for someone who's like, man, I want to do 4 or 5 things like her, but I don't know what to do. Give some tips and some knowledge on how to do that.
So first, what I thought about, me and my friends got together, which is I sent you one of the pictures. That's my partner in Grand. Her name is Ebony. Um, so I got connected with her, and we were studio shopping, basically trying to find somewhere to do, go record. She's my engineer, producer, all that as well. So we just wanted to go record. You know what I'm saying? And she ended up getting a job at this place called Sound Sonar Studios, which is like on the south side or whatever of Chicago. And how he had it built, it was 3 studios in one, and it was more space. So I'm like, what could we put in this room? What can we do this? How could we do this? While we were working at the place, which I signed up to work there too after a while of me recording, I'm like, I want to do some more. So I said, what if I have a cooking service inside the studio? So everybody was like, dang, that'll be raw. That's, one-stop shop. We ain't got to go to the store to get that. They like to smoke, drink, all
Everything in
that.
the studio, yep.
So they like, dang, that'll be raw. We ain't got to leave a session. We only got a 2-hour session. If we ain't got to leave, that's fire. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that. Had my little link card, got me some food set up, went to go get me some decorations, everything. Decked the room out. And I was like, y'all, I'm selling food. I ain't really had nothing. No, none of that. No, I was doing stuff like putting the water in buckets and stuff. Just so I can, because I wanted it, and like they were so happy about it, I wanted to play right away. Open up a food service, very good foods. After that, I was cleaning up the studio every day. Cleaning it up every day. I had the food service, the studio work, and I was cleaning it every day. I'm like, man, I'm finna get some money for this. When the people came to the studio that worked with us, when they came to the studio, they would mess up the studio real bad. They would make it real nasty. And I would have to clean up so much at the end of the shifts, right? So I said, you know what? I'm finna start doing fines. If you mess up, clean up. And if you don't feel like cleaning up, you getting a fine. I'll clean it, just pay me. Made that a system. They didn't want to clean up, so they paid me to clean up. I made me some business cards and everything, and I started doing cleaning service. I went out to people's houses. I did some free, majority of them, because I was doing it when I was younger as well. But when I finally said I want to do everything in one, I was like, I just collected all my gifts and talents. I wrote them down, and I was like, this is what I want to do. And that's how everything came into play. I looked at what we all needed. I looked at what I wanted to have. I tried to make time less for me. I had to grocery shop for all this stuff. I had to do so much. So I said, why not just put everything in one so that I won't have to do so much? It still was a lot, but it helped me. It was more balanced when I put everything in one room.
Do you have employees, or you just do everything yourself?
I had a few employees, but majority myself. And far as my employees, they was just friends who helped me from time to time.
Got you. Wow,
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, we're coming toward the end of our time here. Is there anything that you want to discuss, that you want to talk about? Any events? Anything? They saw the video nice and slow. They saw at least the first 45 seconds of it and heard the voice and all that. But is there any other project that you're working on, or anything that you want to, let the audience know what you got going on, and then give a shout outs to all
Yes.
your social medias and everything.
Okay, before I say, everything that I have upcoming, I will leave the handles. Chakalatay Berry is my social media platform, ChakalatayBerry. If you want to look into my music or anything, I have a website, which is bloodoftheshy.com, BLOODOFTHECHI.com. Also, Chaka Berry Music, CHAKABERRYMUSIC. That's on Instagram, TikTok, and everything else. Um, so what I have upcoming, I just did photos and everything, a photo shoot for this new book. One of my fellow friends have created. They have wrote, and I am on the front cover of the book. I am so blessed. It's called Secrets Unveiled. My friend name is Michael Otis. So just be looking forward to that book. I know everybody gonna buy it because of the cover. I look totally amazing on the book cover, so I'm blessed for that. May 11th, that's coming up. I have a 20-minute set, so I'm joining somebody else in a showcase. I can put those flyers or whatever on my platforms. They haven't been made yet. May 17th is my own show, and I'm doing like a sexy adult little showcase, with all the people that, do love making music, because I miss R. Kelly. I miss him so bad, so I want to put some of that energy in the room.
I'm from Chicago, so I know. How can I say this? A lot of our people ain't like that. You know what I mean? There's a few like me. I'm a R. Kelly fan,
I
right?
understand.
Please,
I
but
understand.
a lot of people, you know how people are. They get in their emotions and all that stuff. So, why R. Kelly?
A
Why,
lot of
why R.
people
Kelly?
a lot of
Yeah.
people aren't spiritual. A lot of people are not godly, and a lot of people are not anointed. And if you don't know that them three things are R. Kelly, you will always miss. And as a black woman, I'm not into tearing a black man down when I was never involved, when I was never there. I can't believe what nobody else say about somebody, because there's so many stories to everything, and I'm not that woman. You could tell me whoever did want whatever. I want to meet a person for me spiritually, because that's what I do. I discern. So I don't care what they said. I only know what my spirit feel. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I feel. I feel R. Kelly so bad, even behind bars. I feel like I want him to be my vocal coach. You know what I'm saying? If he can't put no more music out into this world, I want him to instill it into
Which
me
a lot of
so
people
that I
do.
can
You
put
know,
it out there.
yeah, he's still gonna be high in demand.
Put it in me. If you can't get no platforms, put it in me. I will put shit out. Whatever the money you need for your family, we taken care of. Also, I have a video shoot coming up with a few of my R&B ladies right here from Chicago. The song is called Togetherness. I try to make songs that influence the people. So we have a song. It's four of us. This producer named Ejilla made the beat. Um, it's a lot
What's the
going
name of
on.
the
I'm
song again?
sorry. Also, I am in the movie on Tubi, not my face, but one of my hit singles that just dropped this year. It's called Woman, and it's featuring Bodie. He's from here in Chicago, and his movie is called Tyrant, like father, like son. So that movie is on Tubi, and if you look into the credits, you will see Chakalatay Berry. I'm a part of the music, the soundtrack music. So I'm blessed. And I am dropping an album. It's called Love Angel. And it's coming up. I don't want to put a specific day. I wanted it to be Mother's Day, but we just gonna go with God. But that's what I got for this upcoming month. And I'm just loving it.
You mentioned R. Kelly. Is there any other artists that you? I know you've drawn inspiration from Mariah Carey, Shaka Khan. Things I love Shaka Khan and Mariah Carey. They
Shaka
got great voices.
Khan, Whitney
But
Houston,
is there any artists that you've worked with or that you would like to work with, maybe in the future?
Kiara Shear, and the Clark sisters. That's it. Um, them ladies inspire me, and I feel as though I've learned a lot from them. And it's not to say that I don't want to work with them, but I desire to work with the Clark sisters and Kiara Shear.
Any other gospel artists, maybe? I know you kind of wait, but any gospel artists, maybe
Um,
because he kind of goes back and forth
Tasha
from secular
Cobbs,
gospel to kind of like who else?
Tasha Cobbs, Tamala Man.
He's got a beautiful voice.
Uh, it's so many. I still want to see and get coached by Donnie McClurkin since I'm sure I saw him in concert. So man, it's so many. I would love to work with them all, but the desires of my heart wants them because I feel like they can bring more out of me from my traumas that's keeping me from, that's making me doubt and fear my future. Like I think that they can help me with that. And I know that every note, every tone is in gospel, and I know that I've heard it in the Clark sisters and Kiara Shear. So I just want to, work with people that I can learn from.
Well, Miss Berry, I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on Wealth Champs and gracing us with your presence and your vibrantness. And I love your smile, man. I love that you're always upbeat and you're always positive. And coming from the projects, and even you talking about the projects like that, I'm be honest, I wasn't even expecting that. I was expecting you to say, man, it was hard, I had to get out, it was shootings every day. Then you totally blew my mind with that. Like, what? You even said I would go back there if I could. That's crazy. Most people don't talk like that.
Yeah.
And so that lets me know where your mindset is mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. You're vibrating on a high frequency, and I love that. And so I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy. I appreciate you, Queen, and keep doing your thing. Loving on those two boys, all their business endeavors you got going on, and I'm here to support however I need to support. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity and many blessings your way, for sure.
Well,
Thank
guys,
you.
there she is, Miss Chakalatay Berry. You see, she had a lot of stuff going on. She's very positive. Make sure you guys go support her. Go at her and on all of her social medias. Support. You saw a nice and slow video, with at least a snippet of it. Make sure you download it or listen to it on all platforms you can listen to it on. Support her in everything that she got going on because she's out there in Chicago doing the thing and getting young artists to come with her. She draws inspiration from a lot of people, as you heard, and she's just an inspiration herself. So, with all that being said, I love you with the love of the Lord. Wealth Champs family, we out. Peace.
The same way a doctor learns going to health camp, you can listen to this and become a wealth champ. Wealth champ.